Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm Jerry from Bigelow Woodcraft. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. This is a little different topic than I'm usually covering in my channel. Most of the time I'm doing sawmill videos and maybe some firewood videos. But I don't take you guys along, with me on a lot of the videos or a lot of the woodworking projects I do, and maybe I'll start taking you over along more. So this is an epoxy table I made for a friend of mine. And if you watch the video, I mentioned who it's for and what it's for, so you'll have to stick around and see what it's for. Obviously, it's a river and the state of Michigan down there, but we have some coordinates and things like that. So stick around at the end of the video. I'll talk about all the little different things I've done here and the machine I used to engrave this, to carve this out. So, okay, guys, check out the video. We'll see you at the end. Here you see the 1/4-inch carbide downcut cutter spiraling down. This cutter can't plunge because of the configuration of the flutes. It's a downcut cutter, so we have to spiral it down. We could also lamp it down. So what I have to do now, I could only cut 32 inches by 32 inches, so I've tiled this program. And I'm going to shift it all down. I have a construction line on here. What I do is I got 2 lines straight, going across the middle, and then a home that I'll pick 0 up on. So we got to get this straight here. What I'm engraving here is I'm engraving the Muskegon River that starts in Houghton Lake, Higgins Lake, Houghton Lake, and runs all the way across Michigan to Lake Michigan. And this goes by my friend Al's place, who passed away, and I'm building this for his wife. And so we're drawing a couple miles of the river past their house, and I have some coordinates going on, and I'm really excited about this build. So let's get this going. I got to put a pointer in here now to pick the line back up, the construction line. So this CNC router is a Onefinity CNC router. Very nice routers, great reviews. It's a young company, probably 5 years old, maybe 6 years old. For the price, you're not going to find another router this nice. Router CNC. It has ball screws, big steel gantry. I should have that. Big steel tubed gantry. This isn't being pulled along with rubber bands. My opinion, there's nothing out there that even compares to this. This is also, we'll cut aluminum. Now a lot of guys will put different spindles on here, and they'll take up to a 1/2-inch bit. This is a stout enough machine to do that. And they even make a bigger version now. I believe it's called the Journeyman, 50 inches wide. That would, in 4 foot deep, I believe, or at least 50 inches wide. Then you can cut a whole sheet of plywood, and that would be really nice. One of these days I'll fix my leaky air hose. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get this thing squared up right now. Now I have this, like I said, this construction. So what I'm going to do, you see this scribe line here. This goes all the way down to the other end. So let's see how close we are here. All I'm going to do is move it in the Y direction. That ain't bad. There's my 0. I have 2 lines intersecting there, and so I'm going to pick that up with the pointer. So I'm picking up the same 0 as I had before. His house is just below the dam, so here you'll see me cutting the backwater in Croton, Michigan. Here I'm pocketing out the Great Lakes. I'm using the 1/8 inch carbide down cut cutter. Using a 60-degree pointed cutter to engrave the longitude and latitude of his property. The Onefinity CNC just nailed it today. I did have a little problem with the joystick. I talked to the company. They said probably might need a new joystick. Just an Xbox controller, believe it or not. Sometimes it disconnects, but it doesn't affect the integrity of the program. So it turned out pretty well. So we have the Muskegon River. We have their house. We have a little set of crosshatches. I'm going to have to deepen these crosshatches. I'll just use a chisel and a file and just clean them up a little bit. But everything, these actually came in really good. I went down 200 thousandths. I got the state of Michigan engraved. Now this gentleman had two places. He had a place in the UP, another crosshatch right there in the UP, and another crosshatch at his home here. And I put the coordinates. Al was a big fan of latitude and longitude, coordinates, and he actually had both his house and his camp tattooed on his arm. So these are the exact numbers that he had tattooed on his arm. I dropped them on one of my apps, and they landed right on his property. So that was pretty neat. He knew exactly what he was doing. I'm really happy with it. I think his wife's going to be happy with it too. So, like I said, this will be it's like a memorial piece for his wife. He passed away a year ago in end of September, early October. So it's been 1 year now. So here's where we're at. You're wondering how dry this is? This has been sitting in his garage for over 3 years, since 2019. When I went there yesterday to talk to her, to get the final dimensions, that's what she told me. So a lot of sanding to do now. Well, actually, I'm going to fill the epoxy first, the river and all the coordinates. Then sand around the edges, peel the bark, put a epoxy skim coat over the whole thing, and it's done. So, all right, guys. See you in the garage next time.